All right, so this is Goodwill donation trip 3,643.
Now, who still uses these big hard coolers anymore?
I don't know, you've had it for a while now, so.
It's been in the garage.
And you haven't used it at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, because we use the soft coolers, you know, kind of like the Arctic or Yeti style, so it's like a little bit smaller, but I mean, who needs to hold, what, 100 beers anymore? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of a...
No, so Nelson is on his way right now to go to Goodwill. We just took out there's like 3 boxes full of just old home decor DIYs that I have made that I just no longer use. There's just stuff from the garage, stuff from the basement. There's just a ton of stuff in there. So Nelson's just gonna go ahead and drop this off. We just cleaned the area down where all this stuff was at. It looks so much better, and we have a little bit more space, and it feels good to get rid of stuff right before the holidays.
We're doing the pre-spring clean edition.
Right. So yeah. All right, babe. Well, I'll see you in a minute. And if you guys are wondering what all these pavers and bricks and all this stuff is doing here next to where Nelson is cutting wood, this is literally all of the stuff we have found throughout our yard as Nelson's been cleaning and pulling stuff up and just kind of, you know, trying to tame our yard. All this has been found in so many different places in our yard. So we just kind of put it all up here. We will end up using some of this to do a little bit of landscaping here and there, so it's kind of nice that we have it. And then we're thinking about doing a brick mailbox for our front yard because we have a ton of bricks, so might as well put them to good use. That'll be later on, but we figured we might as well start piling them somewhere where we can access them so that when we need them, they're all in one place.
Yeah, this is our brick and paver graveyard.
All right, so this is the area that Nelson and I were working on today. And let's see, so we have like, these are all empty right here. And so we just kind of put them right there. But we had so many boxes. We had boxes all around there. We had boxes over here. We could barely get around, so we just had to just go through them. And I'm so glad we did because now everything is nice and organized. We put a few things up on the shelves up there, and he actually over the weekend, or was it, no, I think it was Friday, he came down here and he just started putting this stuff together. He's got his little workout area. He doesn't want to get this out of the way, even though you can actually bring this down and move it somewhere, make it a little bit more compact. So whenever he's working out, he'll move that out of the way, probably slide it this way. We'll move these boxes out of here. He doesn't want to remove it because it's actually been very nice having it here because he just opens up the garage, cuts whatever he needs, and, you know, then he can put it away. But we're still trying to figure out exactly what he's going to do with that. Anyways, so he did this little workout area, which is nice. It's kind of dusty and stuff, but we'll wipe it all and it'll be ready for him to use. The laundry area over here is, you guys have seen that before, nothing special. We moved down the washer and dryer from upstairs because it was in the hallway. If you guys remember, when we first moved in the house, this was in the hallway in a closet in between all the bedrooms where the kids slept. And one, it was really loud. And if I wanted to wash any clothes at night while the kids were sleeping, that would wake them up. Two, if I wanted to do anything anywhere else in the house, I would hear them because the noise would just travel down the hall. So we brought them down here and I have not regretted it ever since. I love having my washer and dryer down here. It's been really nice. So here, this little area, this is like an old chair that I want to create a slip cover for. Heaven knows if I will ever get to that. But I have one of these here and it came with a cute little footstool. It's adorable. And I need to make a slip cover for that too. That one's actually upstairs. But this table we've had here forever. But Nelson and I bought that table a long time ago, and it's not in great condition because it's been in the basement. It has water damage, or at least water spots, not water damage, because it's still pretty solid. I don't want to get rid of that table because that table, it's literally one of the very first things me and Nelson bought together. And so I don't want to get rid of it. And plus, it's beautiful. So I just don't have any space for it upstairs. So I have to find a place to put it. Anyway, so I have some things that I did want to keep. So I just kind of put it on top of there. This is the shop vac I was using to like vacuum everything. And so back in that closet over there, the one that's missing like the centerpiece, that is where our water filtration is for our water system because we have well water. And this is like some future projects that I've got going on. And that's my treadmill, or my elliptical, I'm sorry. So yeah, on this chilly day, we're going to have chili tonight. Nelson, we had some ground beef that we had cooked and seasoned, and we had frozen it in the fridge or in the freezer. Got some beans, and then he brought out some brisket that he had also frozen from previous barbecue and put it in there, so it looks really good. We just put it to slow cook all day so that it was ready for when we had dinner. And I'm going to go ahead and make some cornbread right now in order to go for this. It is 5 o'clock. I started this vlog a little bit later on in the day. But we've just kind of been doing things today and just getting ready for tomorrow for the new start of the week.
So I just roasted this marshmallow from the fire. One side is a little black, but the other is perfect golden brown. So now I'm going to make a s'more.
So it is already Tuesday evening and I'm still in my pajamas. Oh yeah, see, that's the time. We were working with the kids this morning on homeschool, trying to double up a couple of lessons because we're going to be sending them to spend a few days with my parents over the weekend. So we wanted to kind of just give them a few days off, and we're like, look, if you guys can do a little bit extra work, you guys can stay a little bit longer. So they're trying to get all that stuff done so that, you know, we can send them over to my parents, and Nelson and I can have some much needed alone time, not just for us to be together, but also my husband really wants to start working on that bathroom. And, you know, sometimes it can get really complicated when you have kids and you're trying to do a renovation because you gotta feed them. You gotta stop and attend to them. So usually whenever we don't have the kids with us, it's a time where we're like, all right, time to get up, it's time to work. And we will literally work like for hours and hours during the day until we just can't anymore. And then we go to sleep and wake up and do the same thing all over again. And we really want to get a head start on that guest bathroom. So yeah, hopefully by next week we'll have some major progress in there. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping everything goes according to plan so that we can make it happen. I am also in the homeschool room. I know I showed you guys a little bit about what I was doing in the space during Vlogtober. And I was waiting for a confirmation for a sponsor that I'm working with for the space. I finally got the product, and then I had to kind of, you know, rework the area a little bit and, you know, just update it. And I'm excited because I'm sitting in it right now, and the kids love it. I love it. And I even like decorated it a little bit for Christmas, so that's nice. And we really enjoy our time in this little area. It's kind of nice. So that's going to be coming out, but before I release that, I'm putting a blog post on my website because I have another sponsor that I worked with for some painting of some bookcases. I know I showed you guys that too. Also in my Vlogtober series, I was painting those bookcases. It's one of those things, you probably saw those a couple weeks ago, but because we kind of like work ahead and we also have to submit content to get approval, and you know, it's usually, how do you say it? When we work on something, it's for something in the future. So you guys were seeing it in real time because I was working on it during Vlogtober, and then I submitted it, and then I've been waiting for the approval from the actual, you know, sponsor. So everything's good. I'm gonna get to release it tomorrow. So by the time you see this, it'll be, you know, it'll be live on my blog. And then after that, it's kind of like a domino effect. And then after that blog post is live, then I can do the video with the second part of it, which is the reveal of the entire space. And yeah, there's so much that goes into this sometimes, but I'm glad that those two things are out of the way. Again, because you guys know we didn't plan on homeschooling, and it was something, another project that was kind of just thrown in, and we had to figure out, you know, where are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? And I'm just glad that we have a dedicated space for it. I know a lot of people don't have that in their homes, but I really needed that because we had been doing it like in our dining room area, and it was just a mess. So speaking of dining room area, I know I'm chatting a lot, but there's a lot to update you guys about. Speaking of that, I am waiting on some products for that space. And I showed you guys that really pretty, you know, buffet. And I just got a delivery for one other piece that I needed for that space. It's not the most prettiest sunroom, I guess you can say. And I don't have a lot of stuff in it right now. And the reason I have never shared my dining area is because, again, I think I mentioned it, but it's just a catch-all for so much. And I'm looking forward to making it a dining area. Even though it's going to be very simple, I'm looking forward to actually having a dedicated space that's nice, that's kind of a little bit more put together. So I'll be working on that next, now that I am done with this. Like, I literally took the final shots for this space today. So there's that. My daughter and I were working again on our video that we're going to be releasing, and I think by the time you guys see this, it would have already been live. But we have another quick thing that we need to do. And so we are finishing that up. Hopefully we'll get that filmed tonight. So there's so many things. There's so many things. But it's good because I'm getting these out of the way. And it's just going to be so nice to just have all these check marks off. Because I really would like to enjoy the end of the year. So I'm hoping that if I double down and finish all of this stuff as quickly as possible, and then I can enjoy a couple of weeks off, because it can get kind of crazy. The good thing is that I'm actually tackling rooms and not just creating little DIYs here and there. So that always helps, because creating DIYs is great and fun and I love doing it, but because I'm focusing on that, other areas get neglected. But if I'm actually doing content for the spaces that I'm actually transforming, that helps because I'm taking care of the space. Anyways, it's been one of those days. And then yesterday, my littlest, we had a little bit of a rough day yesterday, just because my littlest woke up with like a stomach bug. She wasn't feeling too well, and so she kind of, hurled a couple times during the day. She was not keeping anything down. And finally, it just kind of worked its way through her system, and she was fine by the evening, but she woke up and she was not well. But, thankfully, she's just fine. She's a tough little kid. She got to be babied and slept with us last night. She woke up much better this morning. So, right now, Nelson has been barbecuing smoking some chicken outside on the egg, and I am about to go downstairs to make some rice and beans for our dinner, because yeah, we're hungry. So Nelson is currently treating our kitchen for ants. He is putting some bait down. We have a serious ant situation. Ever since the weather changed to cold, started seeing a few little ants trickle here and there, but then all of a sudden, a whole bunch started coming in around this little wall in our kitchen. And so Nelson tried a home remedy yesterday, and unfortunately it did not work out. So the way the bait is supposed to work is they're gonna attract a lot more ants because they're gonna start communicating about it, and then they're gonna take it back to their little ant hill, and then it's supposed to kill them off in there. So this is what we're dealing with in the kitchen. Next few days, we'll still have these visitors, and then hopefully they'll go away. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Today is Thursday, and our schedule's a little bit different today. My oldest and I just finished filming our intro and outro for that special video that we were working on, and so I will be editing that in the next few days, and hopefully it'll come out the Monday of Thanksgiving week. That's the goal. So we have that, and then the next thing and then right now we're getting ready to finish packing so that we can take the kids to my parents' house. They're going to be spending about 4 nights over there, so it'll be nice. They'll be spending some time with my parents before Thanksgiving. We'll go back down for Thanksgiving, but the kids wanted to spend some time with my parents, so we are on our way to take them over there in the next few minutes. So that's what's going on today. All right, it is the next day. We took my kids to my parents' house last night, or yesterday during the day. We actually came back in the evening, and we just spent some time with my parents for a little while. And then when we got home, Nelson and I just ordered takeout like on the way home, and then we brought it home, and then we just had dinner in front of the TV and watched some scary stuff, because we don't get to watch adult, suspense kind of films and stuff like that with the kids around much these days. So it was kind of nice to have, some adult entertainment and alone time. And yeah, we got a little bit of rest. Today I am in the craft room. Yeah, that's the word. The studio? I can't think right now. So today I'm in the studio, and as you can see behind me, it is a hot mess. My daughter and I finished filming the little video that we were working on, and so there's just stuff everywhere. We were just kind of digging through everything. This place isn't as organized as I would like it. I'm trying to do my best with what I have. The good news is that I've just purged so much stuff, and while it looks like I have so much stuff left to go, honestly, sometimes you just need to keep craft stuff so that you can have it when you need it. But anyways, I'm still overwhelmed with the amount of things in this room. Eventually, I will get to whittle it down, but for right now, I just have to keep going. So as of right now, I have a decal order that I have to fulfill. Then I got to go to the post office because I got 2 things to mail, and then I'm going to come back. I am washing towels. I'm going to be doing bath rugs and bath curtains and cleaning the bathrooms, and I've got to wash the white slipcover on my couch. It's lasted a few months, but it gets dingy after a while, so I've got to wash that, and I wanted to do that while the kids weren't at home. So Nelson already did his first round of sanding and re-spackling of the ceiling. It looked pretty good, but there were a couple of bubbles that he had to fix and a couple of spaces he had to fill in because he started sanding, and at a couple of points he can see the old stuff underneath, so he had to add a little bit more. So he's back at it again today. He's got, that's the sander that he uses. It's connected to the shop vac, and it's intended to reduce the all the the dust from getting everywhere. It does get everywhere, however, it reduces it quite a bit. So that's why he continues to use it. And that's just a handheld sander. And it just helps him get up there and sands it away. It's what we used for the rest of the ceilings on the house when Nelson removed the popcorn ceiling. So for the last thing on this vlog, I decided to tackle my master bedroom again because it was another hot mess. Sometimes I just don't get to take care of it as often as I want to. So I thought while the kids were away, I'd go ahead and tackle it and declutter it and change the bed sheets and all that stuff. So that's what you see me doing here. And so that's it for this video this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, adios.